Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you episode 31 of my brand new Comics Haul series. This is of course the series where each and every week when I head down to my local comic shop and pick up all of the new issues I'm going to be getting that week, I show you guys everything I got and tell you a little bit about every single issue. So as always, let's pull all these books out of the bag. I had a really small week this time around with some big issues though, but I decided to throw in a couple of extra things at the end of the video, some things that I've ordered recently. But of course, now that we've got all these comics out of the bag, let's get the bag out of the way. Alright, the first issue that I've got here for the September 1st comic haul, I'm going to start with Marvel. I've just got 4 issues from them this week, but they're all pretty big releases. First one I've got here, though, is Sinister War, issue number 4, the big finale to this Nick Spencer saga and his little Sinister War miniseries. But this isn't the end of Nick Spencer's run yet. This is just this miniseries that was supposed to have been like the big climax, everything leading up to it has led to this, Sinister War, Kindred's plans coming to fruition, and all of these different teams, all these different Sinister Sixes and other teams of 6, but it's turning out that that's really not what this event has been at all. We've had like way more happening in the actual Amazing Spider-Man tie-ins to this than the main event. We've had 3 issues so far and now this 4th one, and it feels like nothing has happened. The first 3 issues have all just been Spider-Man, like, I guess at his worst. He's been getting really beat up, he's got like an arm in a sling, and he's all bloodied because all of these Sinister Six villains are trying to hunt him down and bring him back to Kindred. So, I don't know, Sinister War has been kind of strange so far. I was confused that they're doing so much more in the main Amazing Spider-Man series. So Sinister War, what's gonna happen with that? There will be lots of villains. The Sinister Six, the Savage Six, the... Yes, Nick, I know about all the sixes, but what's the plot gonna be? It's Spider-Man at his lowest. No one has ever seen him this beat up before. I don't know about that. You're right, Spidey will be fine, but it'll be action-packed. What about Kindred? What's up with him? Right, he's the main villain, but we'll deal with that in the tie-in issues. The tie-in issues? Yeah, all of the important stuff like Kindred's identity, I thought we'd just throw that in the tie-ins. That should be in the main event. Actually, I don't think the main event is that important. It's releasing next month. Have you even written it yet? Yeah, no, I'm gonna need some help with that. Something that I forgot about that I started, I think, way back in like a few episodes ago of Comic Haul, maybe like episode 25 or so, I brought in these awards, which are just these like tags that, in my opinion, I'll give to these different issues, like Best Creative Team, Best Cover Art, things like that. So I wanted to bring those back because I completely forgot about them. I've got 3 awards to give out today, and the first one goes to Dark Ages issue number 1. I just picked this up and I'm really excited to read this. I'm giving the award of most anticipated issue of the week, the best award, the one that I'm the very most excited for. I'm sure a lot of you guys are also really excited for Dark Ages. We got a preview of it, like a 10-page preview, and I think 2020's Free Comic Book Day issue. It's written by Tom Taylor, who specializes in making alternate universe, sort of dystopian superhero comics, both for Marvel and for DC. What if the Marvel universe went dark? Something about the sun being blotted out. I remember in that Free Comic Book Day issue, it was so long ago now, but Iron Man trying to communicate with the Avengers, and then like being hit by a plane and seemingly being killed. We don't know who a villain behind this is going to be, or if there's ever even going to be a reason, but it seems like it's more just, like they've been saying, it's the world outside your window is no longer the world you know. A completely different Marvel universe where everything has changed. I cannot wait to read this issue. This is definitely an issue that I might do a review on, so keep your eyes peeled for that video coming up in the next few days. That's Dark Ages number 1. And next up from Marvel Comics this week, I've got another event book to close out Marvel's slate of events that they've been publishing lately. This is The Last Annihilation, Wiccan and Hulkling, issue number 1. It's just a little oversized one-shot, written by Anthony Oliveira with art by Jan Bazaldua. And this is part 5 of The Last Annihilation event, which is just this really small, like 7-issue mini-event that Al Ewing has been spearheading. Al Ewing is the guy writing Guardians of the Galaxy right now, as well as Sword, and he pretty much has complete domination over everything cosmic Marvel right now. But now we're seeing Dormammu having bonded with Ego the Living Planet, and he's just spewing out all of these mindless ones who are attacking different planets. They're trying to attack, I guess, magical planets. We got that reveal in the last issue of Guardians, and there's like 5 magical planets all around the solar system. If they're all united, they'll have like ultimate power if they conquer those planets. So Wiccan and Hulkling are of course the kings of the Kree and Skrull empires these days, and they're teaming up to defend defend the Kree homeworld and the Skrull homeworld. So that's Last Annihilation, Wiccan and Hulkling #1. And now for my last issue from Marvel Comics this week, I've got an issue of an ongoing series. This is Avengers issue number 48, aka World War She-Hulk Part 3. This is Part 3 of this World War She-Hulk event, sort of, where we've been seeing Jennifer Walters going through some tough times. She's been captured by the Russians. They infiltrated Avengers Mansion. They experimented on her, and now she's become the Winter Hulk, this sort of brand new character that we see on the cover here. She also, I guess, somehow got blonde hair. And this has been really a great, kind of redemption arc for Avengers, in my opinion. Jason Aaron, the writer, and Javier Garrón, the artist, took a well-deserved break to do Heroes Reborn, this kind of separate event that a little bit tied into Avengers again, but now they're back at it and better than ever. And I also want to give this one my Best Creative Team of the Week award. I think Jason Aaron is just one of my favorite artists, having done Mighty Thor and everything, and Javier Garrón had an absolutely phenomenal run with Saladin Ahmed on the Miles Morales Spider-Man series. So this has been a really, really good story arc so far. I think Jennifer Walters has a lot coming up with her new She-Hulk series, which I think is in January or February 2022. We'll see how this leads into that. So that's Avengers issue number 48. And now on to Image Comics. Like I said, I've got 2 different issues from them this week, and they're both nice quality. Each of these issues has a cardstock cover, but we'll start off with a pretty big release here. This is Geiger, issue number 6, closing off the first story arc of Geiger, or maybe just the whole series in general. I'm going to talk about it in a second, but looking inside here, this creative team of Geoff Johns and Gary Frank, the writer and artist, have something big planned. They've got this whole universe set up, all of these different miniseries planned, but Geiger is just the beginning of it. It's been dealing with Geiger, who's this man who was caught in this radioactive surge, this nuclear war that happened in the world that left it completely wasted. So he's got superpowers. Everyone else is having to walk around with all these suits on. I actually haven't read an issue of Geiger since issue number 3 because I had to catch up on comics after my road trip. And this is a double-sized issue. I counted it up. We get over 40 pages in here for only $5. Really, really good deal. If you're going to be getting Geiger, it's definitely worth getting the single issues for this great deal. But I wanted to talk about what we get in the back here. I'll probably have a picture of it up on screen or something. But there's a huge plan for this Geiger universe. Geiger apparently is the end of the timeline. In 2050, they're starting at the very end of their plan. And the title of this timeline here is The Unnamed, with sort of a US flag type of look. So I guess this is going to be exploring this post-apocalyptic United States. At the very beginning, it's 1776. Redcoat becomes immortal. So it looks like it's going to be some sort of superhero story. This is insane. We have such a huge timeline here. Could be really exciting. I don't know how frequently they're going to be able to put out these issues because Geoff Johns and Gary Frank, they're going to have to do one miniseries at a time if they're going to be the creative team on everything. So that's Geiger number 6. I can't wait to see how all of these miniseries end up happening. Let me know what you're thinking about this news about the Geiger universe coming into existence. And now for the final issue of the week. This goes to Spawn, issue number 321 from Image Comics. I'm giving this the award of Best Cover Art of the Week, in my opinion. This is by Bjorn Barons. I probably pronounced that wrong, but he's been doing really cool photorealistic art covers for Spawn, and this one, of course, has Medieval Spawn on the cover. This is tying into the Spawn's universe titles. Last week we had King Spawn issue number 1, which I did a whole deep dive into. You can check that video out if you'd like to. So my best guess for how this is going to continue on in the main series is that the main book is just going to be kind of tying everything together. That's just a guess, though. I'm not basing that on anything, but I bet that Al Simmons will still be at the center of it all, but that it'll be focusing on other characters also, characters that don't have series like Medieval Spawn, and just tying every different title from Spawn's universe together in this present day where this rip in time and space has been opened, and all of the different Hell Spawn have come into the present day, like Gunslinger and Medieval and everyone. I can't wait to see how Spawn progresses this main ongoing series. That's issue number 321. And then, like I said, I do have a couple of extras to show off today. Since it was such a small haul this week, I recently got some birthday money and I spent it online on a couple of collections. So here I've got Year Zero Volume 1. I've also got Volume 2 here, and I'll show the cover in a second. This is a series that I've been wanting to read for a while. Year Zero Volume 1 caught my eye at my comic shop. It's written by Benjamin Percy, and the first collection has art by Ramon Rosanas. It's a zombie thriller, so, kind of generic. There's a lot of different zombie post-apocalyptic comics out there, but I hear that this one is really special. I think it centers around a whole bunch of different characters who all have their stories intertwined throughout the miniseries, and I think it should be pretty cool. I'm not sure even how big of a part zombies play in this comic, or if it's just more about these characters that need to survive in a world where everything has gone down, where they don't really have the resources that they normally would. So that's volume 1. That's a super cool cover. You only pay $10 for each of these collections, and you get the regular 5 issues of a collection. So AWA putting out good comics, just like Spawn. They're also not charging too much for them. Here's volume 2. I really like that cover with all the zombies in the helicopter, just the huge stack of them holding onto each other's bodies. And this one has art by Juan Jose Rip. It's also written by Benjamin Percy. I cannot wait to read these 2 volumes of Year Zero. If they ever put out another volume, who knows? If I really like these, maybe I'll get the single issues for that. So that's Year Zero, volumes 1 and 2. I cannot wait to sit down and read Year Zero. And then to finish off this haul today, I thought I'd include these because why not? I got 100 different bag and boards. I ordered them from BCW on Amazon, just the regular bag and board supplier, because I've been running low on bag and boards. I don't actually bag and board my comic collection. I know I should be. I just didn't get in the habit of it, bag and boarding them every week when I first started getting into comics, and now it's been years. But I just ordered 100 so that I can bag and board the actually valuable issues or just my favorite series. I'm really happy to finally have these and, preserve my collection. Alright, well that's every single one of the brand new issues that I picked up this week. A nice small week, only 6 issues. I want to know what you guys got though. Let me know down in the comment section below. Did you have a bigger week? Which issues are you looking forward to? I can't wait to read Dark Ages, my most anticipated issue of the week. I'm also pretty excited for Last Annihilation, Wiccan, and Hulkling. It's been a really great event so far. And we've got that Geiger verse kicking off. Issue number 6 is just ending this first chapter and something huge to come. So if you did get some good information from this video, or if you enjoyed it at all, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That's the big red button which is sitting right below this video. You can also hit the notifications bell which is sitting right next to it. You'll be notified every single time I post a new video if you don't want to miss any. So that's everything from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye guys.